Would you please welcome LEI'OHU Ryder and Maydeen IAO, our sisters from Hawaii.
Aloha e na Hawaii lona, aloha e ho'i mai leu kanaka, e ho'i mai malamavua, e ho'i mai vehe ola vehe hua, vehe ola vehe hua, maluhi. E o mai nā kupuna la ea, e piha mana ke aloha pu, e vehe ha ole e vehe mana, e vehe ke aloha pu me hana kako, e ola mauloa wahi panala, e ola wahi pana o ta ainala, e aloha e ia. Paha paha mai ke aloha pu me hanala e o. E ola nā kupuna o ke ia wahi pana. Aloha and welcome. Aloha.
We'd like to offer our lei of aloha from our land as part of this beautiful hoop of aloha here.
Hawaii, I am forever. I will always be kind to you. May gentle rains wash your cares far out to sea. Dream with me. I am Hawaii. I am the flowers with spring waters enchanted
We'd like to offer prayer for the sacred waters of this Aina Aloha, this beautiful land of love. From the mountain to the sea, from our bodies, we offer this beautiful prayer in song. To the living waters. Vaitapuia, Vaitapuola. Aloha, Mahalo that we are here on this sacred land. Greetings. My ohana, my family of the Anui Nui, the rainbows. We come from the living waters of Hawaii. Ha, the breath. Vai, the water. I, the divine. I'o. In ancient times, from the land beyond the land of Hawaii, from the stars, we came. And in that time, we knew that the living waters that embrace you and I were exactly that, the life, the living, the awareness that brings forth the nurturing of the three picos, our umbilical, our piko, that is anchored firmly in our papahonua moku, our beloved mother, the earth. This piko that feeds and nurtures us also births life. We have one more piko here. And it hanau's, the breath that gives life, that anchors on our beautiful mother who receives each and every one of us as we know. These living waters play together in many magical ways, as we know. And we are also anchored by the third piko, our manava, that connects to the sacred waters since the beginning of the beginning, i'o, the divine, the God conscious, the spirit. And so with the piko that brings us this trinity, we come together in one living water of the pu'uvai, the heart, that anchors what is authentic in this awareness of the divineness that we each are. So these piko play and anchor and devote many, many living ways of helping us understand the precious life, this breath of the ha, the spirit, and the vai, the waters, and the i'o, the divine. So coming from these islands in the sea, we have no precious metals. The culture of Hawaii is alive in the lava, in the volcano, and what grows on the land, what swims in the sea. So you could say the culture is about sticks and stones. The ancient ones were able to create a space for the living waters of aloha. The alo, the light that we each share face to face. And the ha, that breath that brings us into one. There is no one way to translate what is aloha. It is a multitude of expressions. It is to see what cannot be seen, tasted what cannot be tasted, felt in the essence of all that is, and still remain in a dictionary to be called love, compassion, hello, goodbye. The language of Hawaii is a very melodic language. I am told by some of the ancestors before time began that the olelo, the language, the speaking, olelo kahihiko, it is the language before the ancients of ancients. And it is one of 12 original. So if you know the Bible, which I'm not very familiar with as many of you are, but I know something about tribes. And one of the languages comes from the land of Aloha. And there are certain nuances and there are certain meanings within the language that, of specific words that bring all of us together in that one understanding of the piko of the rainbow. We were asked to speak about ho'oponopono, and we will do our best. However, it is really simply to be your authentic, natural heart self. Because the foundation of ho'oponopono is truly the foundation of aloha, love, that unconditional gift that we have been blessed to feel and to cry over and to separate from and to come together and heal as. Growing up in Hawaii, in a little fishing village, everyone was related. We all had our places by the sea. And the many generations living alive. And every grandmother was your grandmother. Yes, every parent was your parent, and all the children were related, whether it was by blood or by life. We see no separation between land and sea. It is all one. And we see no separation in a child that is born. There is no separation. We are taught that we are one family. Of course, there are many experiences historically that have created what we say a chronological implant upon certain lives where a specific date has been felt in the DNA of a specific population. However, what I wish to speak of with this Aloha DNA is that in this village, we speak of the piko, the center of our beloved Honua, our mother. Our history does not start at a specific date. The history is in us. So all the library, all the resources, all the Google is within. Growing up in this village, we were taught to respect and to be kind and to be aware that we were not individuals. Everything that we were was each other. And we were taught to be respectful as aloha with everything. I'm a fisherman's daughter, and so there were certain protocols that we would offer before we went out upon the ocean of our beloved family. And when we went out, we offered certain prayers. And we could not take certain foods or even look behind or even say the F word, fishing. When we caught the fish, and I can remember this very well, we would surround the fish, a special Hawaiian way, using the tea leaves of our land. And we would gather them on the boat, and then we would always throw many back because we only took what was needed, yes. And we shared it with the entire village. Where am I going with this? I'm your fisher today. I wish to express our deep gratitude for all the hands and hearts of aloha that are here. From the vision of Reverend Darlene to the beloveds that you're going to be so thrilled to hear. By all of our ancestors in the living waters that brought us to this moment. Right before we were invited here, Maydeen and I were talking about Reverend Darlene. I wonder how she's doing. And the next day, we get the text. So love is power. And that love went across the oceans all the way to Maui. Cast that net and here we are. So, aloha. The word, the foundation of aloha is the foundation of ho'oponopono. In this great time of change, in our language, huliel, change. But huliel also has another meaning. Huliel, the change, big change, and huliel, the light, the change into the light. And so what ho'oponopono is asking us, perhaps I should explain ho'oponopono, yes? Pono means to be truth, in truth. To be honest. And ho'oponopono is the act itself. It's to make right what is crooked or not so fun. We are the guardians of a sacred temple on the island of Maui. The name of it is called Kukui Puka. These are kukuis, leis. In them is a special kernel where we make oils, but it is also light. And this Kukui Puka is a portal to the divine. And so as the caretakers, we are always called to make ho'oponopono because many people from all over the world come to this sacred site to offer their prayers to make right. So being pono is simply standing in truth and being honest with the living waters of aloha within each one. Ho'oponopono is not so much making right with anyone else. It is making right with the living waters inside, to have a relationship, the lokahi, the unity within all the piko frameworks that is the foundation of the spirit of love and aloha in each one. When we are dedicated to ho'oponopono, we must have amnesia. Because we as humanity have a tendency to collect every little story along the way, making a beautiful lay of fear, separation, hatred, the story. And it weighs us down. So in this time of the great hulio, these changes, we are truly invited to lose our mind. To lose our mind. And to be in the grace of the heart, where all things are unlocked into the doorways of the living waters and the spirit of aloha and the divine that embraces us. Traditional ho'oponopono required that you have an elder or a special priest that would gather the family, opening up the prayers. And each one in the family, whoever was involved, would be together to share. And piece by piece would address specific issues. And just like our life, piece by piece, we address certain issues in our life. And there's certain times when we go through tremendous emotional trauma. And the willingness to go through those fires bring us into a space of gratitude. Within the framework of Ho'oponopono, there was much dedication to being open and honest with oneself. And as you went over the various layers, you acknowledged, and then you never let it raise up again to distract from the path of forgiveness, the path of making things right. I know for myself, this can be very challenging, because oftentimes we see truth only through our eyes. And we record specific stories only through our own experiences. And so what Aloha brings to the table of Ho'oponopono is this open way that clears the path, but it is also that forgiveness that allows us to forgive ourselves when we venture back into the story. Because every now moment, we can make it straight. We can be pono. In today's living expression of life, there are many, many that come from different lands to Hawaii to make pono, to resurrect what they already know as aloha in each other. Memories are coming to bind us together. And through the process of Ho'oponopono, the gifts that come from many lands are helping awaken. So this particular gathering is such. It is a place to make pono, this power of love, to serve love, to be love. The portals that are now opening up all over, but most importantly within ourselves. These portals are helping us to ground beyond our story and to release what wants to make room for what is already. The ancient ones of Aloha greeted each one with that knowing that they were the possibility of the stars. As the stars, we sing. As the stars, we remember. As the stars, we travel. There are many places here where the ancient ones sit and can propel into the heavens to receive the manna, the power of the divine, to bring it right back here to our living waters. These are not mystical imaginings. Only now may we speak of these things. There are many places where we as the stars, the hoku in our language, we as the stars, traverse many, many areas. And now it is being birthed in the piko of this now moment that we breathe on our Mother Earth. Many communities all over the world are raising this, embracing it, and feeding it beyond the wall of separation. It is the time to be together. Many times, people think they must be a particular race or religion to be family. Not so. We are. We are. We are the living waters of that one connection as family. That is the message of our land. And yes, there are many of our brothers and sisters who do not wish to be embraced in this way, and that is fine. And that is truth for them. However, I see you. And I'm most grateful that you are here to be fed just a little aloha. No matter what language, it is that. It is that love. I had a grandfather, one of my grandfathers, ran away from home and ended up in Hawaii. He was raised in the Blue Ridge Mountains. He was a farm boy. They had, in our language, we call it ukupaila kids, plenty kids in the family. And he was about 15 when he ran away. And it's a long story, but he ends up in a little Hawaiian village drinking, what do you guys call it over here, moonshine? With the Hawaiians. And as he's sitting under the coconut tree, being lulled by the ocean, out comes a beautiful Hawaiian hula dancer. And in those days, they would throw money. And she came out, picked up the coins and tucked it so, and he was in paradise. A week later, he calls down to the one phone in the store, the little grocery market in the village, and said, I'm trying to reach, I want to talk to that Hawaiian girl. And the Japanese person on the other line says, Moshi moshi? Hey, go tell that, get one guy on the phone. He like talk to Ululani. He like ask her something. So from house to house to house to house. And grandmother is sitting by the ocean pounding poi with her cousin. Poi is our staple. It's like a potato. And she and her cousin, my aunt, they're having this conversation. Oh, pounding poi is hard. I think the first man asked me to marry him, I'm going. Hey, get one phone call for you. What? Who will call me? Ask him what he like. I want to marry one of them Hawaiian girls. Okay, this Holly on the phone. He asking, either one of you like get married? So they look at each other and Grandma go, yeah, tell him yeah. They got married. And he was the only non-Hawaiian in this village. And she couldn't speak very much English. And of course, he couldn't speak any Hawaiian. And he would only say, "Pold soul, pold soul, pold soul." And I asked him, I said, "Grandpa, what were you thinking?" He said, "Child, I had too much of that Hawaiian swipe." But they were together for a lifetime. And all I know is he from the Blue Ridge Mountains. And what I wish to express is that aloha is everywhere. Aloha is a rainbow where ohana connects, families connect, and they remember what is pure and pono in their lives. Now, my grandfather would never eat raw fish. However, he loved my grandma. And that's the only thing that mattered. They grew up to love each other. And he never came back. Maybe, years, maybe in his 70s, he finally brought my grandma. And I think it was safe by that time. But this aloha continued to stream in. It is here. It is everywhere. And if grandma and grandpa can get married in this way, so can we. We can affirm aloha. We don't have to tie the knot. We can tie the piko. We can bind the piko of aloha together. Because these are ancient memories that we each carry in our bones that are anchored in the spirit of every land. Aloha is in every culture. Family, every culture. Forgiveness, every culture. Our word for gratitude is mahalo. Mahalo. Not simply thank you. Mahalo is acknowledging the ma. We both stand firmly on the same foundation. Alo, face to face. Ha, again, mahalo. That breath of spirit that binds us as aloha, as gratitude, because we are here in the living waters of the earth. You don't need to know every 17, 18 step of Hawaiian ho'oponopono. That will only screw your head even more. because we are so willing to outline everything and memorize everything, we forget the heartbeat, the essence, the being present in the awareness of the love that is always oozing because we are. And of course, our beautiful mind loves these outlines, and that is good too. However, there are moments when we must just kind of say, thank you, mahalo, let's go here. Let's go here. Because asking for forgiveness, being open, being willing to embrace something that is not familiar is great permission. Great permission for our living waters to flow so that the stars can continue to feed us that love that is so natural as us. We, as the living waters of Aloha, in this gathering of our love is power, get to play in this way today, get to be free to receive in our bodies this vessel, what we choose to be. And we also get to release what does not serve us any longer and play. This is not about struggle, effort, not enough. This is about being present right here, right now, to affirm that we are all the colors. We are all divine. We are aloha. We are ohana. We are. Maydeen and I, I'ao, I'ao is the light. I'ao means enlightenment. We get to travel all over the world. And we were just two surfer girls loving Corona. You know, and so when I had to make ho'oponopono with that Corona beer, I'm sorry, baby, but I cannot drink you every weekend anymore. You see, because people, they look at us, they go, oh, they got all of this stuff, oh, they really must be who they say they're supposed to be. We are each other. We are each other. LEI'OHU Ryder is just a name. We are conscious aloha star beings who know each other because of our pu'uwai, because the piko is embracing each other in the hoop of life. No asserted identities, no staging. We are each other. So yes, to honor, yes. But do not feel that this is more than anybody else, because we are each other. And here we were, two surfer girls enjoying beers on weekends. And all of a sudden, as my grandfather would say, the Holy Spirit came down. And when that Holy Spirit came down, I go, hey, this is Hawaii. But that Holy Spirit came down and anointed us and said, okay, girls, it's time. And so we went on a very special time in the desert, like Yeshua. And we were on a specific, we call it Kupuna boot camp. Kupuna are all the ancestors. living and not. And they would send us to the mountain to pray. And I remember one time we were in Iao Valley, I go, well, I hope there ain't no burning bush up there because I ain't bringing no commandments back down. We would look at each other like, what? People are gonna think you're crazy. And you know what? It's true. We see our friends now and they go, what are you doing? We go, oh, we don't know. People ask, what do you do, LEI'OHU? I don't know. I have ideas about it, but I still don't know who I am and what I'm doing. So there we are in these mountains, and of course we go through certain protocols and everything, but because we have been raised Christian as well as Hawaii, it's a very fine line, yeah? My parents thought I was gonna go to hell because all this kahuna stuff started coming out. I don't know, my daughter's in that kahuna stuff, but it comes out. Yeah, I got it. It comes out. It comes out. So, aloha, ho'oponopono, ohana, mahalo, and piko. Piko. So I thank you because it's time to serenade you beloveds. You know, Maydeen does talk.
Great.
You want to say something while the band is coming up?
How do you fix this? Aloha.
Aloha.
I'm so grateful to be here, to be surrounded by you all. What a blessing. And I love your mountain, the Blue Ridge Mountains. I'm so grateful to Darlene, literally texting us the next day after we've been dreaming of her for a week. We went to the mirror, looked into the mirror, looked into our eyes and said, invite us. We had no clue. So magic happens all the time. We just gotta recognize it.
Another shout out for all the malama, the kokua, the ones that are caring for us, all these volunteers. It is amazing. We feel your aloha. This is a song called Mama's Land. Open up your piko. Mahalo. Play with Maydeen. I am perfection of love. I am perfection of love. I am perfection of love. Grace. I am perfection of grace. I am perfection of grace. I am perfection of grace. E ala, kaini kapua. E ala, hiki mai e kala makahikina aloha aloha perfection of love. I am perfection of love. I am perfection of love. Okay. I am perfection of love. I am perfection of love. I am perfection of Final, written by a queen, LEI'OHU, on a horseback ride going over Nu'uanu, and she happened to glance at two lovers saying aloha. Okay. Ha'aheo i ka ua i na pali. E nihi a ela i kana hele. E haluia ka paha i ka lipo.
again. Aloha oi. Aloha oe. Aloha oe. Eke ona ona no I ka lipo. One fond embrace, a'ohea until we meet again. Until we meet again. Aloha maluhia, pakahia pau, e ola ka waiha o te ia wahi pana. Mahalo nui nui lola.